All right, welcome. Let's get busy. Here's the section we're going to start with 7.6 cars. And once again, I'm going to be using the formula sheet. If you guys could mute all your microphones so we don't have all that background noise. And then if you have a question, just turn your microphone on. Do you see my workbook right now? Something's not right because I can't. I'm sharing.
Una hora.
Hang on, mute all. There we go. All right, now you're all muted. Sometimes some people aren't listening. Okay, so here we go. I can't see anything. What is going on here? There we go. Okay, so here we go. A customer has a choice of 2 car loans. So we're going to do 2 separate car loans. One car loan is $20,000. The other car loan is still $20,000. It doesn't say it, but they're both $20,000 car loans. The credit union, here's a credit union, offers a 3-year loan at 6.65 percentage rate. And this one offers a 5-year loan at 7.15 percentage rate. Find the monthly payment. So go to your formula sheet. If you look at my my camera, go to your formula sheet on financial formulas, and it says find the car payment. And here it says payment. P, that's the payment. So that's how we're going to find the payment. We're going to use this formula here. So let me write that formula down at the top. The payment formula is A R N, oh Lord, 1 plus R N on NT minus 1. Good luck trying to type all this in. By the way, that's the wrong formula. Don't write that down. That's where A is the annuity. Annuity is the final amount. The actual formula is right here. We have to start with the starting amount, which is the principal. Here is a fixed payment when you make a car payment or a house payment. So this is the formula. This is the formula when you're doing house payments or car payments. It's a fixed payment. You make the same payment every month. So this is the formula I'm going to write down. This one right here. I'm glad I saw that right away and didn't use the wrong one. So the payment formula is the principal times T over N divided by 1 minus parentheses 1 plus Rn raised to the negative NT power. Oh, Lord. And by the way, I always put my powers in parentheses, but I mean, we'll see if you have to or not. And then there's another parentheses here. So here, 3 years is the time. This is the interest rate. This is the principal. The only thing we need is N. Does anybody know what N equals in this problem?
12.
Yes, because on car payments and house payments, you make 1 payment every month, and there are 12 payments in a year, 12 months in a year. So N is 12 when you make a car payment or a house payment. N is always going to be 12 there. So we're going to plug all that into the formula. Good luck with that. So on the top of the fraction, we have the principal, 20,000. And then we're going to multiply it times time, which is 3 years, over n, which is 12. That's the top. The bottom is 1 minus parentheses 1 plus r. The interest rate is 6.65%. Divided by n, which is 12. This is n. Sorry, that looks messy. That's n. Maybe I should erase it and then rewrite it. Raised to the power of negative n, which is 12, times t, which is 3 years. Okay, so let's put that into our calculator. Hit fraction, try to put it in exactly like that. Hit fraction and all that. It's not an easy task. So I'm going to start off with a fraction, hit 20,000. Then I'm going to put parentheses. I'm going to do another fraction, and I got 3 divided by 12. Arrow over and close parentheses. So if you look at, I'm going to put it on calculator mode for me, if I can do that.
Shouldn't that be 6.65 on that first one, not 3 over 12?
On that first one, it says, no, it says.
Next to the 20,000, shouldn't it be
6.65
over 12?
It says T over N. Isn't that the formula? Oh, you're right. No, I wrote it down wrong. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. It's R over N. Let's see if I wrote down anything else wrong. It's P times R over N, NT. Yes. So this is not 3. I'm sorry. This is R. R is 6.65%. Sorry, everybody. And I'm trying to get to my, what? I don't know why it's not letting me do stuff that I'm supposed to. There we go. I'm going to change my video to my calculator. I need to change that on my calculator also. The top should say, and don't forget that percent symbol. 6.65 and then add the percent symbol. There we go. So, I mean, I started off and there's the top of, I'm trying to get it to where it's not too bright. I don't know how, there we go. 20,000 times 6.65% divided by 12. Now I've got to put all that stuff down on the bottom. Oh, Lord. Parentheses, 1 minus parentheses, 1 plus fraction, 6.65%. It really is. This test is going to be, can you type it into your calculator correctly? Arrow over parentheses. Then you have to raise it to a power, parentheses, negative 12 times 3, close parentheses, arrow over. And there's actually, you have to, oh, that's it. You just arrow over. So if you look, my bottom, why is it so shiny like that? My bottom looked kind of like that. And when you hit enter, let's see if we get the same thing. Did anybody get $614.35?
Yes.
Good. Woo! We made it.
I ended up getting $614.35.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay.
Perfect. So for those of you who didn't get it, you really have to practice typing this into the calculator correctly. I mean, type it in exactly as you see it here with those parentheses. This first parentheses, the second parentheses. I know in the formula it has a bracket, but there are no brackets on the thing, so you have to use parentheses twice. And if you get an error, that means, oh, by the way, there should have been one more parentheses because of this one. There should be one more, usually at the very end. But you should get $614.35. So let's try it on the other side. Find the monthly payment. That is my monthly payment.
At the bottom is negative 12 times 3. Is that square rooted or whatever?
No. Yes, it is the power. You have to raise the power. Yes.
Not square rooted. That was
right. So after you put this parentheses, then you have to hit the arrow up button to raise it up. Then it's parentheses minus 12 times 3, close parentheses, and then you can arrow down and hit enter. That is a power, yes. By the way, I'm not going to do, this is a question on the test just like this. I'm not going to do the second part where you have to, it says do this twice, do it with a different number. I'm only doing it one time. So that's all I'm going to look at for now. That's our payment. That's how we find our payment. We plug everything into the formula and find our payment.
So we only do one, not the other one? We don't do the second one?
Yeah, I'm not going to do the other one right now because there's a part 2 to this question. And it says find the monthly payment and the total interest of each loan. Well, we found the monthly payment. Monthly payment is here. Now we need to find the total interest. Well, we're going to make payments. We're going to make payments of $614.35. How long are we going to make these payments?
36 months.
Yeah, 3 years, which is 3 times 12. Times
36 months.
36 months. So multiply these two together, $614.35 times 36.
$22,116.60.
I'll let you know. $22,116, just like he said, and 16 cents. So,
60 cents. 60 cents.
Yeah, 60 cents. And this is the total you paid to the bank. But you only bought the car for $20,000. But you paid $22,000 to the bank.
So it was $2,116.60 interest.
Is the interest. It says find the monthly payment. We did that, and then find the interest. So if you take subtract the loan amount. The loan amount was $20,000. You get $2,116.60 as your interest. This is the interest. This is how much you had to pay to borrow their money. You have to pay them to borrow money. That's their interest. So in order to borrow $20,000, you had to pay $22,000 back, which is pretty cool. That's not too bad. So I'm only going to do that for that problem. I mean, if the test says there's 2 of them, what's the difference in payments if one's $614 and the other one's $600, and the difference means subtract of $14. But I just wanted to make sure we could do that. I'm moving on. I don't know why it doesn't let me do everything I need to do. Oh, there it is. I'm going to go back to my video. All right, so the next problem. A customer purchased 2 cars. One is a Ford Fusion. The other one is Either one can be financed for 4 years. What is the difference between the monthly payments? So we're going to do both of these so we find the difference in monthly payments because I think one of these might be on the test. So he's going to have 2 cars. One costs $23,100. That's the principal. That's your starting amount. The other one costs $15,900. That's that principal. There's going to be 2 of them. The Ford Fusion is 3 years. And what's the other one? The other one's 4 years. Somebody has their microphone on and they're making a lot of noise. And what else? 3 years. This one is how much? What's the interest rate?
They're both financed for 4 years.
Oh, they're both 4 years? What is this? And the other is a 3-year-old. They're both 4 years. Thank you. So time T is 4 for both of these. And I guess they're both 6.25%.
Yeah.
6.25%, the interest rate. And N is 12 for car payments and house payments. So let's plug these into the formula once again. The formula, I'm going to put the formula over here so we remember it. Payment equals P times, if it lets me, P times R over N. So this is the formula, parentheses 1 minus parentheses 1 plus R over N. And then there's a negative NT, and I put that in parentheses, and then we close that last parentheses. All right, so the principal here was 23,000 on top of the fraction times R, which is 6.25%. R is always percentage, interest rate, divided by N, which is 12. On the bottom, once again, we have 1 minus 1 plus R is 6.25% over N, which is 12, raised to the power of negative N times T is 4. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side, except we're using 15.9. And I think everything else is the same, right? Yeah, 6.25%, 12. Can you just hit something and just change the number in there? I think you can. 6.25% over 12. There's a parentheses here, raised to the negative 12 times 4. All right, so let's put that in our calculator. Fraction 23, parentheses, fraction 6.25%. 12, close parentheses. It really is it really is a hard event trying to get this perfect. It takes a lot of practice. I already messed up there. Let me close that. 6.25% over 12. I see I had to put a parentheses around there, and I had to add a parentheses on the other side of that.
Oh, fuck.
That's what I'm saying. It's not easy. It really isn't easy. It takes, I'm telling you, it takes a lot.
Practice, right?
Yes. And I got an overflow error, so I missed something up. Let's see. I still got an overflow error, so I hit something wrong on my calculator. There's one parentheses.
542 with 80 cents.
Yeah, I got an. I'm gonna buy that. Anybody else get that?
For the 23,000, I got 545.16.
Uh-oh, we got a different 545.16. Anybody else got something? Uh-oh. 'Cause-
Oh, we'll find out who's right.
yeah, well, let's see, I got one. Oh, I see what I did wrong. I forgot a parentheses. Hang on. I'm gonna add the parentheses.
Yeah, I also got 545.16.
Okay, and let me hit, is there an insert button? Yes. One. And hit enter. I still got an overflow. You got 545.16? So if two people got this,
Oh,
I'm gonna buy that.
hell.
Nah, I got
Win.
542.80.
You have 542.80?
Yeah, that's what's up.
So we got two people got this and two people got that.
Yeah.
I ended up getting 50.
Now I gotta type it in again. Okay.
You gotta be the tiebreaker, man. Come on.
Oh no, I can't type it in correctly. Fraction
Oh, hell.
6.2. Is it 6.25? Right? Yeah, 6.25%. 12 arrow over, close parentheses, bring it down to the bottom.
Oh, there it is.
1 minus parentheses 1 plus fraction.
Oh no, I think it's 545. I put 6.65%. That's why I got that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hell.
Wait, so we got, now we have one.
Yay, I
person-
win.
wait, we have one person with this and three people with this. Over, give it 12. Parentheses, raised to the power. I'm almost there. This is longer, going to take longer than I thought. I got 542.80.
That's what's up.
I got.
He put it in wrong. He put it in wrong, I feel.
I'm looking at it. I don't see it in wrong.
Me either. I just looked at it again.
I did it.
Let me see your.
I did it twice and got the same answer. Let's see your calculator.
Look at your calculator.
I did.
Hang on. Let's see. Select.
All right, yeah, 542.80. Yeah.
Yes, 540. Now where everybody's switching to my answer. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, believe the teacher, not me, right?
Yeah. There we go.
I still have 545.16.
Doing something wrong, bro.
Now look, 6.25 over 12. 1 plus 6.25 over 12. It doesn't show the power, but the power is negative 12 times 4, which is negative 48.
542. Yeah. So,
So
like,
check your power. Is your power in parentheses? Oh, by the way, this negative, I think I put this negative in this. This negative should be actually inside the parentheses.
No, I just did it third time following your exact same equation, and I still got 545.16.
And no, I got, yeah, what did I say? I
We
got?
should see. We should see
Why
his
don't you try
calculator.
using 23,100 instead of 23,000, and you'll get 545.
Oh!
Oh!
It's not 23. Well, why didn't you tell us that? It's
oh, shit. That's why.
100.
Stop cutting
Thanks for playing.
your own work.
Oh, the God, that's funny.
Yes,
That's funny.
545.16. You have to use 23.1. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Fuck.
right.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Lord help us.
I know what we're
Tell me
doing,
This one is. Do the other one. And it should be 15.9.
I got I already did it, and for the monthly payment I got 375.24.
Okay, let's
Correct.
see. Everybody else got that? Anybody else?
Yep.
I got it.
Good,
Oh, I'm
good,
having a
good.
migraine.
Good. See, that makes sense. If you type in the correct numbers, you usually get the correct answer.
It's not your fault, man. It's not your fault.
Stop copying me. Yeah. Okay. So the question is, what's the difference in monthly payments? Just subtract the two. 545.16 minus 375.24. What's the answer?
169.92.
So the difference in monthly payments is 169.92. All right. Difference just means subtract the two. That's not too bad. All right. Let's go on.
Oh, I'm having a migraine.
Okay.
What
So
was the second answer? The monthly payment?
I deleted it.
The second
375.24.
payment was 375.24.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so for this next one, this next problem, we have to look on our formula sheet, and on our formula sheet, I want you to look at the formula that says cost of gasoline. So there's a formula here that says cost of gasoline.
Yeah.
And I'm going to write down the formula here. The formula for cost of gasoline, and it's called the annual fuel expense. It's the annual, somebody has their microphone on, miles driven divided by miles per gallon times the price per gallon. So it says the sales represent drives 15,000 miles to work each year. How many? That's the annual miles driven. Do you see? That's the top number. 15 miles per year is the annual miles driven. She has a choice of two cars, one getting 35 miles per hour. Let me see, that's the MPG right there. MPG. So divided by 35. And then it's times the price per gallon. And it says the average gallon is about $3. Luckily, gas is going down a lot. So this car uses 15,000 divided by 35 times 3. This car uses this first car. I'm going to call it the first car. It uses about $857.14 of gas. This is how much gas they use per year. They use $857 worth of gas per year on that car. The second car still drives, it says they both drive the same amount. 15,000 divided by, this must be a truck because it only gets 15 miles per gallon, times $3.
So on your first one, I got 1285.71.
Yes, I got something else too. Give me a second. I just realized. Well, let me check it out again because for some reason I got 3,000.
Right.
So let me try it again. 15,000 divided by 35 times 3. I got, yes, thank you. I got something different too. I just noticed a big difference in it. So I said, I definitely did something wrong there. That's what I got.
Yep.
So, and this is gas for the year. How much does she save per year by driving the car with the better gas mileage? Just subtract the two.
when we do 0.72, because even though it's a 4, when we still do 2, or no, not really.
Where do you? No, not a 4. If it was 5 or more, you'd go with a 0.72.
Just making sure.
Okay. So then if you want to know the difference, just subtract the 2. I'm not going to do that for this problem. Somebody has their microphone on again. I'm going to skip the part B to that problem and go, let's see what this problem asks us.
And the second one's the same thing. It's the same formula, but instead of putting 35, you put 15.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. I was just making sure.
Yes. All right, Cindy is trying to choose between buying a Honda Accord hybrid and a Honda Accord something else. One gets 30 miles per gallon and one gets 48 miles per gallon. One costs this much. This is the principal for one. This is the principal for the other. So one is 24,200. That gets 30 mpg. This one is 30,500. That gets 48 mpg. How many miles? Do we really have to do this? How many miles must be driven, the hybrid, until the savings of fuel expenses offset the higher cost of the car, assuming gasoline is $3 per gallon? Miles per gallon.
How are we doing this?
That's what I'm looking at. If she, this is, wait, the regular Honda gets and costs this much, and this one costs this much. Okay, so to offset, it says, according to the same, it says until the savings in fuel expenses offset the higher cost of the car. How much is the difference in the car payment? I mean, the difference in the price of the cars. So that's what we want to find first, the difference in the price of the cars.
6,300.
Yeah, so it's 30,500 minus 24,200, and it's $6,300. So the difference, that's the difference in the cost of the cars, right? So one paid 6,300 difference. So we want to know how long it takes, or what does it say? How long it takes?
How many miles?
How many miles you drive until to offset the difference. Well, we're going to still use that cost of gasoline formula. Cost of gas formula. And once again, it was annual expense, annual fuel expense equals miles driven, the annual miles divided by miles per gallon times the price. I think we can do this. Yes. So let's fill everything we know. Annual fuel expense. Well, the difference in the cost is the difference in fuel expense. $6,300. So that's the difference. We want to find out how much we can, how many miles it takes. And we're looking for, once again, according to savings fuel expense, how many miles must be driven. So the top, the miles, is the X value. And then the price of gas is $3. So the bottom is the MPG. Now, which one saves more money? The 30 miles per gallon or the 48 miles per gallon? Which car saves more money?
48.
Yes, this is the one that saves the more money. And what is the difference in MPG?
18.
18. So do you see that's the difference in fuel, the fuel cost. I mean, we want to save $6,300, and the difference in MPG is 18. So we just have to find X. So this is the formula: 6,300 equals X over 18. If I could write the X over 18 times 3. Do you see how these two cancel each other out, and I get the 6? 3 goes into 18 6 times.
Yeah.
So how do I get X by itself? I have to take the 6 to the other side.
You multiply it.
Yeah, you're gonna multiply it. Let's see if this works. And multiply it. Yeah, multiply it by 6. So I multiply this side by 6. And X equals 0, 0, 18, 37. So in order for me to break even on this car, I have to drive 37,800 miles more than the other one to break even. According to how many miles would you have to? How many miles must you drive the hybrid Honda until the savings in fuel expense even out? 37,000 miles, which is about a year longer. If you 37,000, what is that? 3 years. So you have to have that hybrid about 3 years longer than the other one, and then it would even out the cost. All right. That's a tough one. I don't think you'll have anything like that on the test. I'm going to hit stop recording for a second.